Okay. Wow. Shadows. I'm sort of it's looking very shadowy and mysterious. Welcome to what I haven't recorded in so long. I can't even remember what this is called. Am I Prospero in Bermuda? No, I think I'm the impious Bermudian or so. Whatever. You know who I am. Good to see you all back. Um, Yeah. So, as you know, we're not reading anymore. Everything got taken down. I'm down to like 41 videos. My entire empire of Tolkien has been destroyed, but we soldier on. We're going to do reviews and whatever else comes to mind. Yes, you haven't seen me in months. I blame the seasonal depression, alcoholism, whatever reasons you guys want to come up with. No, I've been very healthy since sort of last September. Let's see, I came back from Camino, had an amazing time on the Camino, my eighth Camino, in fact. Met a lot of people, had some really funny experiences. I may have saved a girl from two human traffickers, or at least tried to. I don't really know what came of her. But the locals didn't appreciate my efforts, and I had to sort of hightail it after that. Maybe they weren't what I thought they were, but they were certainly dodgy people, and made for a cracker of a story, at least on the trail. Um, and let's see what else. So anyway, I came back from all of that, and then I did the pantomime, and was the dame, and that was like, what was it? That was my sixth time. If you can hear snoring, it's because Humphrey's down at my feet. And now it's just the start of the new year. There's been various health challenges and whatnot, but on for myself and for my nearest and dearest relative. But yeah, touch wood. Things all seem to be good. So let's dive right in. Starting off with a review of Joe Abercrombie's The Devils. Now, weirdly enough, I don't have a copy of it on me. Why is that? Because I just finished with the book today. Because I tore it up and threw it in the trash. Yes, that's right. I will put a picture of the Devils in a thumbnail. But I tell you, Joe Abercrombie is like one of my favorite and one of my most loathed authors, because when he's good, he's great. And when he's phoning it in, he writes like a talented 14-year-old who knows how to create a scene, but I feel like I'm watching a Netflix show with that quirky, sardonic, that sneering MCU sense of humor where everyone's just kind of too cool, and they're like, whatever. And there are things in there that are just clever for the sake of being clever. So, for instance, the whole thing takes place in a kind of medieval Europe where the Catholic Church runs things, but everything's the opposite. It's a female pope. All the priests are female. The Savior is female, and so on. So it's all this role reversal, which is fine, but it just felt like, oh, isn't that cool and edgy? It's a reversal, but it didn't really change anything. Everybody was still, there was still corruption and so on. He wasn't really making a insightful point that corruption knows no gender. And then his cast of characters, it's, there's this, cowardly priest who has to help out this pickpocket girl who's plucked off the streets and is thrust into the role of being a princess, or the long-awaited princess. I mean, we've seen all this before, the kind of rags to riches tale. Is she or isn't she who we think she is? And they're sent on a quest, and the devils are this troop of miscreants that are supposed to help them along the way, held together by this binding spell. So you have the eponymous vampire who can bejazzle everybody. You have the werewolf, who's this really horny Viking woman. You have this knight who, well, there's something about him you learn early on. I won't say his deal. And then you have this sort of very arrogant magician. And I mean, by themselves, I think it would be kind of fun, but as a troupe together, they almost all function as the same character. Even they even say it. She's like, "Yeah, I'm stuck hanging out with a bunch of self-centered, misanthropic monsters." And I was like, "Yeah." And their sort of banter back and forth just felt like it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's that quirky Takoya, whatever he is, the guy that directed Thor Ragnarok. I could just see Joe Abercrombie had the Hollywood film already envisioned, or even if he doesn't, he, I think, knows his audience and knows that he's writing for people who want a minimal amount of description, just enough to set the scene, but don't want to tax their brain with having to actually imagine anything because they're going to allow Netflix to do it for them. And to his credit, I mean, he is a very good descriptor. I could more or less see the places, but on the other hand, yeah, he definitely does have talent as a writer, and that's what makes this book so frustrating. I kind of sat there and go, well, it kind of has all the ingredients of what I would like for a kind of dumb, fun, pulp fiction sword and sorcery thing. I absolutely love the First Law trilogy, that's brilliant subversion of Tolkien. I didn't care much for his second trilogy. Best Served Cold is supposedly this amazing retelling of The Count of Monte Cristo, is it? This great revenge saga. That left me cold. I don't remember any of it. The Heroes was sort of takes place within the First Law trilogy, and then Red Country that had Logan, the Conan the Barbarian character, which again, I thought he was straining stuff because Logan is clearly a takeoff of Wolverine, and there was a little bit of a Wolverine-ish bent to him. But anyway, Abercrombie remains one of my favorite fantasy writers on the strength of the First Law trilogy, which I've read through twice. But his follow-ups, and what I've been told that he just wrote this trilogy that went woke. I wasn't sure I detected like woke stuff here. Lead female character. This was just so meh. And I've actually been reading this novel since Christmas Day. I got it for Christmas Day, and it's February 10th. And I didn't even finish it. I finally said, I'm wasting my friggin' time here. I keep sitting here with this book, and I'm thinking of everything except this book. I didn't finish it. I tore it up. It frustrated me so much. Because I wanted it to be the first of my reviews. If this is the first Abercrombie book you've ever read, go ahead. You might actually enjoy it, but just know that it's going to get better from here, because personally it was the worst Abercrombie book I've come across, but I haven't read his trilogy that he did just before this series. And I haven't touched his young adult series. But if you want the best of Abercrombie, definitely try the First Law trilogy. Don't take my word for it. All the other bookophiles are out there saying the same thing. All right. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. I'm going to keep doing reviews, but I do a mixture of things. I won't just be doing fiction. I've also noticed that YouTube we're experiencing a bit of a renaissance in noticing, if you understand, and that I may actually get to review a few things that I've been holding off on. But since a certain ally in the Middle East has been acting so, shall we say politely, improper toward their immediate neighbors, it seems that we're going through a springtime for Mel Brooks, as it were. So, watch this space, and we'll keep going with the reviews. And thank you for friends that have reached out as well to inquire about me, because I haven't been making videos. That's become a habitual thing over the last couple of years, since I keep seeing my readings taking down and then wondering what to do. But here we are. This is not the place where I like to record videos, but due to family stuff, this is the most convenient place to do it. But I hope to be re-ensconced in a better area sometime anon. But until then, you can look over my left shoulder at G.K. Chesterton, staring back, saying, "Oh, why does nobody write and read anymore? Why do they do these silly camera things? Oh, well, Posh, posh. I must get home to Joan. All right, you guys. Until next time. Is her last name Joan or was it Fanny? I think it was Fanny Chesterton. Yeah. Anyway, ciao.